evening, everybody. Thank you for joining in and being part of this evening. On behalf of TCS ION, I, Dr. Hindu Palia, welcome you all to the Jobinar for a very interesting program that we have on AI/ML in collaboration with IIT Kharagpur. AI/ML is no longer just a buzzword. Am I right? It's a transformative force revolutionizing industries and redefining the way we work and live. But we know many of you struggle to bridge the gap between AI/ML concepts and practical applications. And that is why we are excited to bring you this webinar where we will talk about why AI matters, what is it that the industry is looking for while hiring, and how do you prepare yourself to pick those jobs. I'm very pleased to introduce our panel for today's webinar. Let's welcome Mr. Sanjay Kimhavane, Mr. Dipyan Banerjee, and Professor Sughanshu Bhattacharya. Mr. Sanjay Kimhavane is a senior scientist in TCS research team. He comes with over 3 decades of expertise in diverse fields. He has published 30 plus papers and has 70 plus granted patents in his name. Presently, his research focuses on engineering innovative devices for screening cardiovascular diseases, smell-based disease detection, and hyperspectral sensing for various diseases. He is mentoring many startups in social sector working in healthcare domain. He has played a pivotal role in development of M-Krishi, which is a transformative platform for farmers. Welcome, Sanjay.
Thank you.
Then we have with us Mr. Dipyan Banerjee, CEO, AI Innovation Hub at IIT Kharagpur. He is a passionate AI leader with wealth of experience in leading large teams of AI and data scientists. He has more than 20 years of work experience across multiple industries, including telco, hyperlocal food delivery, edtech, and financial services. He's a problem solver at heart. He possesses profound technical knowledge in AI/ML from his industry experience and has a practical understanding of how it can be effectively applied in powering sustainable business growth. Welcome, Dipyan.
Thank
Then
you.
we
Thank
have
you.
with us Then we have with us Professor Sughanshu Bhattacharya. He's an associate professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, IIT Kharagpur. He holds a PhD in computer science from the Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. Before joining IIT Kharagpur, he was a scientist at Yahoo Labs, Bangalore, and a visiting scholar at the Helsinki University of Technology. He has more than 40 publications in top international conferences and journals. Welcome, Professor Sughanshu.
Thank you very much for the introduction.
I am sure with this combined extensive experience and in-depth knowledge of our speakers today, we will spark new ideas for all of us in this webinar. A very warm welcome to all of you on behalf of TCS. Okay, so I'm sure you all must be very excited about this, but before we begin, there's a surprise for you all. Towards the end of the session, you have to stay tuned because that's when I'm going to announce that surprise for you. Other than that, we want to ensure that we keep this session as interactive as possible. So please put your questions in the chat and we'll try to get to as many as possible. Also, we'll be sharing a lot of polls in between. So therefore, we request you to provide your inputs to make sure that this is more of an interactive session. And thirdly, do you know that TCS ION is providing you 3 interview opportunities through a certificate program in AI/ML? Excited? Okay, so then stay tuned and answer the first question that we have for you. So on your screens, you have a Slido app that you can find on the right hand side of your screen. So if you can click onto that, the first question that we have for you, dear audience, is which education or career background you are from. So we have 2 options, computer science and non-computer science. So if you could just click onto your background and send to us. Okay, I can see a lot of you are typing it in the chat also. Thank you so much for sharing those responses. And okay, so a lot of them are from computer science. I do see a lot of the students who have mentioned non-computer science, for example, civil engineers. Oh, nice. So we have an electrical. Okay, so we do have a spectrum of students coming from different domains. That's awesome. Okay. Oh, I just saw one response that said pharmacy. Then, okay, BCA, MCA, somebody's pursuing physics, biotechnology, MBA, okay, triple E, mechanical, teacher education. Awesome. Okay, so we have, the whole spectrum with us, and I can see 66% of the students have opted for computer science, and 34 are saying that non, they are from non-computer science background. Okay. So with that, we'll come to the first question. So my first question is for you, Sanjay. Uh, why AI matters so much in today's world? And what is the scope of AI across various business domains?
Okay, so let me take back you to 90s where computers were first there. So earlier computers were for a particular job, like say for maybe creating some data applications or maybe some word applications, right? But later on it evolved and it became pervasive. Like everybody has a mobile phone and it is with everyone. Now AI is into that stage. Right now it is for a specific application, but very soon it will be everywhere. Right now people are talking about the nanotech AI on the small devices also.
Right.
Now I think probably the machines will be becoming very much intelligent. Now most of you, since people are from young generation, they must be having Apple Watch. Now can you believe there's an AI in Apple Watch? Right? Apple Watch now can take your ECG. And now if you have to identify if you have atrial fibrillation, right, you have to go to a doctor, and then doctor takes your ECG and looks at these patterns and then finds out whether you have some heart issue or not. Now your Apple Watch itself can figure out whether there is a atrial fibrillation or not. So let me take you to one or two use cases, how AI is actually impacting the lives of the people. So one of the use case that I am working on is cardiovascular issues. Now
Right.
you hear most of the time now this person was okay and suddenly he had an arrest, cardiac arrest, and he died. Now do you know almost 30% of the deaths, total deaths happening in India or worldwide, they are attributed to the cardiac issues.
Okay.
Now there are two cardiac issues. Because of these two issues, people die. One is a cardiac arrest, wherein no, you can't do much. Your heart races at 500 beats per minute, and you have very less time. But the second type of issue is cardiac blockages. This is called as heart attack. Now, just like students who are hardworking, your heart is also very hardworking, and it needs the energy. Okay, so you may say that okay, heart itself pumps the blood, and it will get a lot of energy, but it is not because the heart muscles are strong. So there are coronary arteries, right? And there are blockages on if there are blockages, then heart doesn't get sufficient nutrition and it dies off.
Okay.
Now, to this is the major reason for uh, cardiac related mortalities. Now, to identify whether you have blockages or not, it's very difficult because no, there are no symptoms, right? Sometimes you feel like you are tired and that's it. I'm saying these are very common symptoms. The gold standard is that you have to do coronary angiogram, meaning you have to put the catheter, put X-ray dye, take images and see. Now, can you imagine, can it be done in India, country like India, where so many people are there and no resource constraints are there? So there we wanted to leverage the power of AI and machine learning to create a solution which is non-invasive and which is scalable. Okay, so this is one of the project that we are doing since last, I think, 6-7 years, and of course with IIT Kharagpur. The idea is that if you look at the heart, right? Heart, there are three major. If you take a 100-feet view, there are three major subsystems. The first is the electrical subsystem, wherein you can
Right.
look at ECGs. If there are anomalies, then you can know, look into the patterns and find out whether there are issues with your electrical system. The second one is your mechanical system or valvular system. You can have digital stethoscope, look at the sound patterns and find out whether there are issues in the sound system. And the third one is your circulatory system, the common pulse oximeter, which gives you, along with the SpO2, of course, SpO2 is one of the basic thing, but it gives you a flow. Now, if you look at these three things in a synchronous way, you can easily figure out whether there are some anomalies or not. Now,
Okay.
humanly, it is impossible to look at all these three signals in a simultaneously, but AI can do this job very well. And we have created a algorithm and a system which actually identifies these blockages in a non-invasive way. Uh, in fact, it might affect, no, I think 30% of the population. And the
Okay.
clinical trials are going on. So I'll take a pause here.
No, that is quite interesting, Sanjay. And frankly speaking, the fact that usually TCS is considered to be a company which is more towards a service model. So understanding that we are very much into AI development, we are creating a application that is actually useful in medical science. I'm sure it's going to inspire a lot of our students here that they can take up AI and try to implement them in their own respective streams as well. So thank you so much for sharing that case study with us. Okay, so I move on to Dipyaman now. I have my next question for him. In a career in AI, is it only limited to engineers? Because when we were asking students from which background they have, we saw that we have a good number of students coming from non-engineering background as well. So can individuals from diverse background also pursue their career in AI?
Thank you, Himdeep. Right. I would say if you have asked me this question about 5 to 6 years ago, I would have probably said yes, engineers would have an advantage. But now, as I see the evolution of AI, with the evolution of AI training programs, uh, the learning curve has become much less steeper. So it is much easier to learn AI given the tools and given the resources that are available today. And also programs like hands-on AI, there are very good programs which helps you to teach AI in a short term and make you productive in a very short time frame. Also, it is important to understand that the way AI is growing, I was reading a report that going forward, 67% of the jobs would be for AI engineers. So the gap between the demand and the supply is going to only grow. So we will need people from disciplines other than engineering to actually be skilled at AI technologies and trying to fill that gap. And very interestingly, actually, if you see AI is a tool, right? And there, the actual, the real impact of AI will only be seen when we'll be using this tool across different domains. And
Right.
therefore, not only engineers, domain experts, if they can pick up AI as a skill, they would be in a a much better position in terms of career prospects than today, uh, with the help of the AI as a technology which they can apply in their own domain. So I think not only engineers, anybody and everybody, I would actually encourage people to take up AI using the resources and the tools that are available today.
Thank you. I'm sure that's what the most of the audience wanted to hear. So thank you for reinforcing that. The fact that irrespective of your present program that you have enrolled yourself, if you have an interest in carving out a career in AI, this is the way to go. Okay, I'm coming back to Sanjay for my next question. Sanjay, if you can tell us that, coming from industry, that what are the key skills that the industry actually look for in a candidate when they're hiring them in AI domain?
Okay. So is the video lost? Okay.
I know
Come back. So
it's
it's
there.
come back.
Yeah, it's come. So you can see this. I hope you can see our screens, sir.
Yes, I can see the screen. Yes. So if you see the market scope for jobs in AI, I primarily classify into two things. One is that with tech related jobs, another is the content related jobs,
Okay.
right? So I'll give you example of a computer, right? So if you have to write a program, you need to understand the computer, you need to understand the languages. But if you have to use the computer to create, say, a drawing or a design, no, you don't need to understand the computer internals. So this exactly the same scenario in AI. Right? What you want to leverage from AI? Do you want to create contents? Then generative AI is there. It's for generative AI. You may not, of course, if you have understanding, you'll be able to do much better job. But it is not mandatory. But if you want to create the application, then yes, definitely you need to know the technology details.
Right.
So I classified these jobs in these four categories, no, right from very bottom level job, like say prompt engineering. Now, if everybody knows about the ChatGPT. Now it is like a sea, right? What kind of net you put in, the kind of response you will get, right? So the prompt engineering is the way of telling this ChatGPT or any AI system what to do and how to get these things. And so there you don't need too much of a computer skills, right? But it is important thing. Then the query optimization. The next level is AI ML software developer. Yeah, of course, here you need to know the concepts of AI ML and NLP engineer. Now a layer bit above that is that computer vision engineers and data scientists and machine learning engineers where actually fine tune the algorithm. You develop certain algorithms much better than the existing state of the art. The
Right.
third category is that AI consultant and strategist. If some company wants to move to AI, then what should be the strategy, right? So there you need domain knowledge 4 to 5 years and plan accordingly. Now, typically industry, what we look at is first, foremost important is the approach to solve the problems, right? Whether that person has a passion to solve the problem. The people can be trained. See, here most of the people will be freshers, so they may not have relevant
Right.
industry experience and they may not be very much prominent in programming. But if the approach is there, definitely yes. I
Right.
think that is one of the attribute that we look at. Some background in maths and statistics will be good. Exposure to some good programming language like Python, R, or Java will be there. Some basic understanding of machine learning concepts will be there.
Right.
Of course, the domain understanding is required. And I think the course, of course, the course what we are talking would give them exposure from many of these areas.
Right. Thank you so much for explaining that in such detail, Sanjay, because I hope the students have also got an understanding that what all different jobs are out there. Okay. Moving on to our next question. So I'm coming back to you, Dipyaman, for the next question. What are the areas that AI for ICPS is looking at? And what all are you venturing in? Understanding that you're coming from there. So if you could just give us a brief insight about your vision that you have
Sure.
with
I
respect
will.
to.
Sure. I will take a small step backward a little bit before I dive into the question. So, AI for ICPS stands for AI for Interdisciplinary Cyber Physical Systems. It is one of the 25 hubs, technical innovation hubs, that was set up by Department of Science and Technology under the national mission of cyber physical system, interdisciplinary cyber physical systems. So AI for ICPS as a technical innovation hub whose focus area is AI and ML, uh, we have four pillars or four goals that we pursue. So one of the goal is technology development, where we actually take the rich research that happens at universities, institutes like IITs and
Right.
ISCs and IIITs, and take them to the next level by productizing them and making them available commercially, either for industries or making them available for line ministries for public good.
Okay.
So that is one charter that we have. The second charter that we have is what we call startup programs or startup incubation. So the AI for ICPS also works as the hub for startup incubation and acceleration. So we have a bouquet of seed support programs and fellowship programs where we take either a startup at a ideation level to a MVP level and help them to grow them to a stage where they can actually attract serious funding from outside, right? So that is the startup incubation and acceleration goal that we have. On the third, we have a research goal where we internationally collaborate with universities and industries and do world-class research. And as the fourth, which is, I think, one of the things which is closest to my heart, is the upskilling program, where we try to sort of upskill all the AI technology aspirants that we have in India today, and have a program which is customized and tailored for them, which can help them to take it, help them to sort of take it to a level where they can apply AI technology with confidence and with any specified domains that they are interested in, right? So this is the upskilling program. One of the flagship programs in this upskilling, under this upskilling charter, is what we call hands-on AI program. So we already had cohort one, which happened last year, and it was a tremendous success. And we did it with TCS ION in collaboration, and we have now have started the hands-on AI cohort 2. As you all know, we have recently launched that, and so these are the 4 charters that we are pursuing.
Right. Thank you so much. And thank you for formally introducing the certificate program that we all are here today to talk about. So we have with us Professor Sughanshu, who's there from IIT Kharagpur, and he's one of the prominent people who has been the architect in designing the certification program. So, sir, I would like to request you to share with us more about this program so that the students can understand that how they can, once they are undertaking the certification, how they can meet the demand of the industry, as was, illustrated by Sanjay a couple of minutes back.
Right. Yeah. So about this, I would like to talk about three different things, right? So
Right.
first, I think first is what is the background, right?
Right.
So what the way this program is designed, we are asking for a minimum background of +2 level maths, but what we really ask for is BTech level, BTech first year level maths. So before starting this program, the student should know the BTech first year level maths and the basic programming, right? So most of the course will be done using Python programming. So we will, this is sort of in sync with the industry standards. Of course, there are other platforms one can use. Anyway, so that is the first part, the background. But we will also have a few lectures in the beginning where we will quickly provide these backgrounds also. So that is the first part, what we call the fundamentals. So we will talk about the fundamentals, okay? The second part is going to be the actual AI content. So, we will talk about machine learning. We will talk about the basic machine learning, supervised, unsupervised. Then we will also talk about the advanced machine learning, deep learning, reinforcement learning, time series, okay? And sort of a sub part of this second part is also that we will talk a little bit, because in order to get a feel of the application, it is better if the student also works on some domains. So we will talk about the natural language processing domain,
Right.
and the computer vision domain. So there will be lectures on these. So this will be the main sort of bulk of the course.
Right.
And in the end, we will have a portion which talks about the actual application, the industrial application. So we all, at IIT Kharagpur, we all work very closely with the industry. So and also nowadays, if you see worldwide, much of the AI development actually happens across industry and also in academia. So a lot of the open source products in the space of AI has been developed in collaboration in an open source manner by people from the industry and the academia. And all the teachers, including myself, we work in close collaboration with various companies, both in India and abroad, and also in collaboration with other academic groups who are very, very actively involved in development of these open source softwares. Okay, so what the main thing that I want to focus on about this program is that, like the title itself suggests, that it's a hands-on program. So whatever I just told, be it the fundamentals, be it the ML part, be it the application part, okay? All of this is going to be very, very hands-on. And I want to sort of, tell the students, warn them a little bit that if they think that broad abstract ideas, no, you are going to have to actually develop some AI application as a part of this course. Yeah, so I'll
Right, sir. Thank you so much for sharing this. And along with that, I would also like to tell our audience that this is going to be a 14-week program, and the classes are going to be on Saturdays. So in the first half, so from morning 9 a.m. to approximately 1 p.m. And all the professors from IIT Kharagpur, they'll be coming and taking these lectures. Now, as sir mentioned, that Python programming is a must. That's the tool that you're going to use in order to do all the programming. So in case you want a refresher course in that, or in case you want to just brush up how much you are aware about Python programming, so we are also providing you a free pack on that. So as you are going to subscribe to this course, you'll see that you'll have an access to Python programming course already available on the microsite. You can go on to that, click there, and you can start going through those lectures so that you are well prepared before actual classes begin. So these are some of the career options out there which Sanjay had so elaborately explained previously. So we understood that, job titles like machine learning engineer, data scientist, NLP engineer, computer vision scientist, and robotics engineer is something which is coming up in the industry, and they are looking for people who have proficiency in AI. So these are some of the packages that are going to be covered. So Professor Soganshu, I'll request you if you could just brief this audience a little bit about these.
Hello.
So,
Am
yes,
I
sir.
audible?
Yes, sir.
I don't know how much got through in the last time. Yeah.
No, it was always audible, sir. So that's it's just now that I'm asking you to just give a little idea about all these packages that we see in front of us on the screen that the students will be learning.
Yes, yes.
In
So
this certification.
yeah. So basically, broadly again, I'll classify into two classes. One which are visualization slash scientific computing, numerical computing, and the ones which are sort of machine learning. So and actually there is pandas which is used for data handling. So one of the main kind of packages that you will be learning is for traditional machine learning, supervised and unsupervised machine learning. You will be using what is called the scikit-learn package, and for deep learning, you will be using something called the TensorFlow or the PyTorch or the Keras package. And Seaborn, Matplotlib, all these are for visualization. And of course, Jupyter is also for, it's a user interface, both Jupyter and Colab. NumPy is a package which is for numerical computation. So it's kind of, you can say, the backbone of it. So in the fundamental portions, we will be teaching about NumPy.
Right. Thank you, sir, so much for explaining that. I'll now we are going to share some feedback that we received from the previous cohort. So this has been one proud, videos that we are sharing with our audience. That tells all the effort that was put in the first cohort and what was the students who attended this cohort, their response was.
Hi, I am Shatuvisha Datta, student of BCSC third year of University Institute of Technology, Bardwan. The certification program on hands-on approach to AI for real-world applications organized by IIT Kharagpur and TCS is very effective for enhancing my skill set and practical knowledge given in the program is very helpful for a student and also for a job aspirant. And most attractive thing of this program is its price, which is much affordable as compared with others organizations. The certificate of merit distribution ceremony at IIT Kharagpur was very glorious and amazing. A big thank you to all the professors of IIT Kharagpur, moderators and speakers from TCS and for arranging such a well-structured course.
Hello everybody. I participated in the cohort 1 of IIT Kharagpur AI for ICPS certificate program. The main thing that motivated me to join the program is the right balance of theory and hands-on sessions. While the theoretical sessions gave the right depth of any subject, the hands-on kept us engaged with the relevant problems from different branches of machine learning and AI. Python programming was introduced from the basics, and over time, the concepts of deep learning and generative AI fundamentals were covered in details. Since my current role in data and AI consulting demands an overall knowledge of machine learning and AI techniques, this certificate program is helpful in providing the right coverage. Along with a merit certificate awarded by a world-class institution like IIT, I feel this provides a boost in the career progression as well as it helps in dealing with various customers worldwide. The learning experience was smooth with sufficient support from both IIT professors, coordinators, as well as TCS iON platform. The pricing is within reach and the duration is just right to continue and complete the program without too many distractions. Overall, I am deeply satisfied with the program and would encourage others to take the journey as well. Thank you.
These are some of the pictures from the prize distribution certificate ceremony that was conducted at IIT Kharagpur, wherein all the students who received merit certificate, they were invited to come to campus. It was a beautiful ceremony where all these individuals, they received certificates from the distinguished faculty members. So, it's very surreal to meet the people who have taught you and to be awarded certificates from them. So I'm sure each of the students present over there must have had that experience. You can post your concerns or query over here. Now we come to the next part, that how can you register yourself for this certification program and how you can purchase directly as a student. So on our chat, we are going to share with you the website link. You go onto that website and you can click onto the buy now button. And it is going to ask you for a login. So obviously this is the first time for you that you are coming to this website, so you'll have to register yourself. So you click onto the register button. It's right below the login button. I think you can see that on the screen also. An e-form will open up. You fill in all the details like your name, your which school you are from, then your telephone number, email IDs, all those basic details will be required. You fill up all that information and click onto the submit button. Then once that's done, it will show you the price of the certificate program, which is 5,999, and then you can click on to proceed to pay. So once you do that, it will take you to, similar to how you purchase an item on any site for business, the same thing you will do here also. And once you have done that, you'll be given an activation code on your email ID. Next time when you come onto this website, you have to click on to activate now button and you share that code, and then you can go through the content. So as of now, you should be able to access the free Python course which is there, and we suggest that before the classes begin from 1st June onwards, you can actually go through that course and brush up your Python language. So this is how the student purchase flow is going to go ahead with. Second, we also have another way in which you can procure the licenses, and that's for an institute. So the students from one institute can actually go in and go for a bulk purchase order. So in that case, you'll have to select the certificate program and then click on to the buy now button and share how many number of licenses the institute is purchasing for their students. And the best part is that a discount is applicable for 100 plus licenses. So if we have that sort of a bulk registrations from one institute, and the purchase is being made by the institute, they can apply for that discount as well. Okay, so I hope this interests everybody. Thank you so much. Moving on, so Sanjay, I think some of these team members, some of the people from your team, they had also joined this course.
Yes, actually, this.
So if you could share some of those experiences with us.
Some of the senior people from my team joined this course because we had some different backgrounds.
They were part of the first cohort, right?
Yeah, first cohort, yes. So these people were around 15 years experience, and they had a different background, working to mobile apps. They went through this course, and then we worked on the real life research challenge. How do you measure blood pressure in a very accurate way? So this was a research challenge, and they applied the learnings from this course to create a model, to create an accurate model, to create a blood pressure measuring algorithm. I think that was a very good experience.
Nice. So students, those of you who are as of now pursuing an undergrad program or postgrad program, I think this is very inspiring that people who have been working and have more than 15 years of experience, they too have joined the certification program and actually found it very useful to implement that learning in their job. So thank you so much, Sanjay, for sharing that. Okay, Deepiman, I'm coming back to you. Why did we decided that hands-on is one of the pillars for AI for CPS?
Well, I have been myself a practitioner in AI for many years. And I can tell you this, AI, specifically AI and ML, so unless you actually code it, unless you have actually gone through the frustration, failures, and then to success, you will not, just by reading and just by understanding the theory, never be at a level where you are confident of actually start applying it to real business problems, right? So what I would say that typically AI, and this is very true for AI specifically, and that unless you know this, there are certain pitfalls in while actually trying to model or train a model. And if you don't know this, if your concepts are not clear, if you have not faced these problems actually while trying to code yourself, you can spend a lot, you can actually waste a lot of time going in the wrong direction, and only to realize after much later that there is a basic assumption that you probably have missed, or a simple tweak that you could have done that could have made this process maybe 10x faster, right? So that is where the hands-on experience part comes in. So, and in today's world, I mean, I have uh, whenever I have interviewed for AI engineers, AI ML engineers, one of the things that we always keep is a hands-on session or a hands-on coding exams. And most of the companies today, they will have a hands-on coding exam. So as part of the interview process. So even if not for nothing else, just for job prospect, I think hands-on AI is extremely important. But more than that, more than the job prospect, is that hands-on AI gives you a lot of, I mean, knowing the hands-on, the tricks and the tips of how to apply AI, what are the coding tricks, what are the frequent errors that they come up. that also gives you a lot of confidence as a programmer, right?
Right.
So that is something you definitely need. And as I said, it's a tool, and like any tool, the more you practice, the more you get better. So simple.
So coding is the key, right? So that's the golden word. Okay. So students, you will be learning so much. And just to, tell you once again that the price of the certification program is only 5,999. And remember, I told you there's a surprise for you all. So do you want to know about that surprise now, or should we take up the audience questions first? Now we come to the big surprise that we had for our students. So dear participants, if you buy this course within the next 24 hours from now, that is before 6 p.m. tomorrow, you will be eligible for a special 10% discount. So this is a limited time offer and the promo code is IIT KGP10. I repeat, IIT KGP10. We'll have this in the chat also. So all those of you who have come and registered for this webinar are part of this webinar. We have all your email IDs with us. So when you log in onto this website and purchase the certificate, you will be getting a discount using this code, which is going to be valid till tomorrow 6 p.m. So make the best of it. And I hope that this session was a good insight to what all we have there to offer you. You are going to be getting the best of the learning from one of the best of the professors of the country. IIT Kharagpur is one of the most reputed and respected institutes that we have in this country, who have, produced a lot many I can say influential people who are ruling in terms of technology, and a lot of them are also entrepreneurs, something that Sanjay pointed out is the need of the hour. So we really hope that this certification program is going to add that differential into whatever you are learning now, and will help you to implement the same. So once again, to recap the main points, the second cohort is all set to start from 1st June 2024. The classes are going to be on Saturdays. The price of the course is rupees 5,999. So please make the best of it, and happy learning to all of you. With that, I thank my esteemed panelists for finding time and joining us today for this wonderful webinar. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening ahead. Thank you, students.